Hey guys, it's Nancy Hinojosa. I am going to show you today how to make and decorate sugar cookies with icing, with royal icing. First of all, we're going to start off by washing our hands. And for you ladies, we have to make sure that our hair is pulled back in a ponytail of some type so that hair doesn't get into your food. Now what I'm doing today is I'm going to roll out a piece of sugar cookie dough. You can go to Nestle's and get those that are pre-packaged. It's best if your dough is chilled. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it out. Not too thick, not too thin, but you want it a good, even consistency. Today we're going to make Stormtrooper cookies for a little 8-year-old boy. Your oven needs to be up at 350 degrees, ready to go. I have my cookie sheet here with a piece of wax paper on it. This helps the cookie to come off evenly. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stormtrooper cookie cutout. And for the purpose of this film, I'm only going to make one. So there it goes in the center of my cookie sheet, and follow me. You see the oven's at 350 degrees. I'm going to set it in there. Set my timer for 10 minutes. And if you have your favorite cookie recipe, go for it, but I like sometimes the Nestle's Toll House sugar cookie. 10 minutes and let's hit start. And for the purpose of this film, we're going to pretend that they're already baked. What I like to do is get a presser. It's a fondant spreader. As soon as your cookie comes out, press it firmly. This will give you a nice, clean, even surface to work with. So now we're going to come this way and we're going to put royal icing. I get my recipe from allrecipes.com. It's just a simple royal icing, which is 1 1/3 cups of water, and it also has a cup of meringue powder, and then you can add to it whatever your favorite flavorings are. I tend to use vanilla. So when I spread my icing, and it makes a big batch, so I like to put it in this container, and if I'm not using it, I freeze it. It freezes really well. Be sure to mix it up when you use it. And what I'm going to do here is now just spread it evenly on my Stormtrooper. And since we're not using any color, I'm just using the straight white royal icing. So I like to put it in the middle here and just spread it evenly. Now the trick about royal icing is that royal icing dries really, really, really fast. So you need to work quickly or you will get uneven textures on the cookie. So you see how it looks kind of lumpy right now and not too great. Just spread it on the entire cookie. Just like so. And once you have it all nice and even, you can spread it out and then you can shake it. I like to shake it out because this will give it a nice smooth consistency. Now the key to working with royal icing, if you're going to add to it or you're going to decorate more on it, is to let the layers dry. If you don't let the layers dry, you will have a big mess on your hands. So there, you see how smooth that is? A nice smooth consistency. Or you could tap it. We'll do a second cookie so that you guys can see. Again, just spread the royal icing on top. Not too much because you'll have a mess. And just spread it out. I like to also watch different cake companies who put their products on Facebook. Tasty.com also has a good tutorial. Any type of cake school through Facebook has a good tutorial. Everyone has their different methods, but this is a good, easy cookie that I'm making that doesn't require too many different colors. Again, be sure to spread this out evenly. And also the key to storing your royal icing is to cover it tightly, because if not, it'll dry out and it's hard to work with. Again, I'm just going to shake this cookie out, clean up any edges. You see how it runs? If you're not careful, I just kind of run my finger over the edges of this. Make sure that I get the shape. And for royal icing, you have to let it dry at least 8 hours if you're going to work on it more. These need to dry for at least 8 hours. And so for the purpose of time, I've already pre-iced some and they are dry. And now we are going to complete our stormtroopers. I have a template. I like to get my cookies and the cookie cutters and the stencils from Amazon.com. You find some great deals on there. This one here is a stormtrooper. I'm going to just line it up with the cookie. And this is an edible food marker. So what I'm going to do here is line it up, and then I'm just going to trace. I'm going to trace the stormtrooper's glasses. And I'm going to trace all the different parts to him. And it's okay that I don't have them all perfect, because I'm going to go back in and finish them. Now again, if your if your icing isn't dry, or you get on it too quickly, this will not let you write on it as smoothly as I'm writing on it. And again, this is just a regular food marker you can get at Walmart or Michael's, Hobby Lobby. But it has to be an edible food marker. You don't want to be using a regular marker, because you will possibly get some people sick. Again, I'm just tracing the outline of my stencil. And then I will go back in and fill in any gaps. There's the outline of our trooper. And again, the key to write on this is to make sure that your royal icing has had the proper amount of time to dry. And royal icing is not very forgiving at all. So if you're not sure of what you're doing, just practice, practice, practice. And I promise it gets better as you continue to practice. Here's our stormtrooper. So now I'm just going to do a little basic outline around the outside of the cookie. And this is a quick version of the process in order to get your cookie done. Again, if you don't know how to make sugar cookies, or you don't want to go through the process of making one, you just get Nestle Toll House sugar cookie dough. Be sure that it's chilled. Get your cookie cutter, cut it out. Make sure your oven's at 350 degrees. I use 10 minutes. Your oven may vary. And then again, from allrecipes.com is where I get my royal icing recipe. And I bake my cookie, flatten it out, use the royal icing, and there's our stormtrooper. Hope you guys learned something. Thanks.